Hi. So, time to share another song. This one is called My Rights, and it's maybe 5 or 7 years old. I don't know. And it's about how as we follow Jesus, he calls us to a lifestyle of putting others before ourselves, not insisting on our own way, and really giving up our rights in a lot of ways. I think in our culture, I notice that there's a lot of focus on self. There's a lot of focus on like promoting ourselves and making sure that we stand up and speak up for ourselves and don't let anybody like treat you wrong. But I think we can go overboard with that for sure. So in the book of 2 Corinthians, Paul talks about giving up his rights. He's writing to the Corinthian church, and he's basically saying, when I was with you guys, I did not ask you for financial support, even though I had the right to do that. Because he knew it was going to be a hindrance to them. So if I know that holding on to my rights is going to hinder someone, am I willing to give up my rights? There's another place, I think it might be 1 Corinthians, where it's Romans. He's telling us that, like, to show love to each other, there's going to be times we have to give up our rights. He uses the example of, like, there was a lot of controversy over eating meat that was sacrificed to idols, or there was controversy over, is it okay to drink wine? And Paul was basically saying, you know what, like, even though you have the right as a Christian to have anything, if it's going to cause someone else to stumble or to fall into sin, give up your rights. And then Jesus also talks about giving up our rights all over, like Matthew and Luke especially, I think. He gives specific examples, like, if I follow you, Jesus, I give up my right to get even. I give up my right to argue my case and to try to come out on top and win arguments. I give up my right to I give up my right to curse people. I give up my right to speak badly of people if they speak badly of me. Basically, he's saying, take the low road, because he took the low road. I mean, as God in the flesh, he had the right to insist on people treating him right, didn't he? But people disrespected him all the time. And when he stood before his accusers, he was silent. So he calls us to live like him and to give of ourselves in a way that's sacrificial, and to not make our aim like fighting for ourselves or making sure that we have our rights. I gave up my rights when I said yes to you, Jesus. What I'm also not saying with this song, I am not promoting staying in abusive situations at all. I am not saying that we should just do whatever anyone ever asks of us all the time. I mean, Jesus says, hey, if you give everything away, but you don't have love, you gain nothing. So I'm not saying just do things in response to pressure, because that's actually not love. It's not real generosity anyway. God is after our hearts. So don't I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying with this, but I also think that this is a message that it's not always talked about in the church. I think often there's so much of a focus on being powerful through Jesus, because yes, that's important. Like, we have power through him, but we don't need to like try to fight to get on top or stay on top. That's a worldly method of doing things. I can lower myself in humility and put other people first, because I know that God will bless us for that. And yeah, also another thing that I'm not promoting is, I'm not saying that we should like have this like martyr mindset where we're thinking, oh, look at me, I'm doing all these things for other people, but I'm not getting recognized. Like, that's a trap too, because that's like, there's self-pity in that, and it definitely can be so easy to slip into that when we're loving people who don't always appreciate it. Sorry, I have my fan on. Maybe I should turn it off. Just a second. Okay. But no, there's joy. There's real joy in this life of humility that God calls us to. And it's actually victorious. Like, the way up is down in the kingdom. I'm just gonna let the song speak for itself now. After all my explaining, I will post the lyrics in the description so you guys can follow. Okay. Misunderstood, accused, taken for granted, attacked on every side, overlooked, treated unfairly, blamed, but the last shall be the first. So I'm giving up my rights, I'm giving up my rights, I will trust myself to the one who gave his up for me. I'm giving up my rights, releasing control, I will trust you on these open seas. give, refuse to argue, love your enemies, you say submit, be servant of all, bless those who curse you, and you will become great. So I'm giving up my rights, giving up my rights. I will trust myself to the one who died to save my soul. I'm giving up my rights, releasing control. It is in losing that I find my life. You say wait, be slow to speak, be quick to listen, go the extra mile. You say prefer one another, for when we do, you will lift us up. So I'm giving up my rights, though it seems that I'm a fool. I will be a fool for you, my King. I'm giving up my rights, laying myself down. I'll become like you in your death, to know the power